alto.
Don't act funny, you need my money. Don't come back, go keep that dummy. What you got, don't need that honey. Keep that dummy, keep that
Dummy.
Don't act funny, you need my money. Don't come back, go keep that dummy. What you got, don't need that honey. Keep that dummy, keep that
Dummy.
Iced tea chillin', sit back and recline. Keep bad vibes on your side of the line. Don't call my phone, yeah, I'm doing fine. Look at the time, run with the lime. What you got? I don't want it. What I got? You know me, I'm affronted. Who you got? Ain't no me, they don't got it. La 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 la, 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 la. Don't act funny, you need my money. Don't come back, go keep that dummy. What you got, don't need that honey. Keep that dummy, keep that
Dummy.
Don't act funny, you need my money. Don't come back. Ain't no me, they don't got it. La 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 la, la la la. Don't act funny, you need my money. Don't come back, go keep that dummy. What you got, don't need that honey. Keep that dummy, keep that
Dummy.
Don't act funny, you need my money. Don't come back, go keep that dummy. What you got, don't need that honey. Keep that dummy, keep that
Dummy.
Hello, hello. Mic check, mic check. Test 1 2, test 1 2. Okay, my microphone is working, but it's not. I'm using an unusual method to feed it into the live stream, and I could hear myself echo back. So, yeah, I'm still fixing the issue, folks. So stand by for a moment while I work on the audio problem with the streaming software. Alright, test 1 2. Yay, it's working! Okay, we'll start the net in a moment, so stand by, folks. Alright, take 2 this time. Woo! Okay, let me turn that up a little bit. Okay, alright. Take 2, hopefully. Whoa, what the heck? Alright. Hopefully things will work now. Gotta love it when technology fails on you. Alright, well, I'm Kimberly Chase, Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar is my call sign, and I use she, her pronouns, and welcome to another live stream. Tonight I will be hosting the Pride Radio Group Net as usual, as I usually do every Sunday early mornings UTC time, which equals to Saturday evenings here in Arizona. All right, without further delays, let's get started. Wait a moment. What the heck? Oh, I'm dumb. I forgot to connect to the network on my computer. All right, here we go.
Node
I'm so sorry,
2105.
Oh boy, I don't have my stuff together. Alright. Alright, just gotta do one quick test here. Make sure my computer audio is making it to the radio now. Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar. Testing computer audio to network. I could hear myself from the network. It's working. We're starting the net. Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar. Let me reset. Okay, we're good to go. Alright, I'm happy with that. Hello everyone, and welcome to the Pride Radio Group Net. I'm Kimberly Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar, your net control operator. My pronouns are she, her. This net is a roundtable for general discussions and friendly chats. Please direct all calls through the net control station. We meet every Sunday at 2 a.m. coordinated universal time. Before we begin, is there any emergency or priority traffic? One moment, folks. We got another issue that popped up on the computer. Alright, it's sorted. It was just a momentary, sorry, it was just one thing I forgot to do here. Alright. If there is an emergency at any time, please let us know and we will assist you promptly. This net... It would help if I was holding the transmit button. This is Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar. If there is an emergency at any time, please let us know and we will assist you promptly. This net provides a safe place for members of the LGBTQ community and their allies to connect over the airwaves. It is open to all licensed amateur radio operators without the need for membership. We also welcome third-party traffic. Come on, Kimberly, get your act together. Oh my goodness. Speaking of memberships, the Pride Radio Group fosters an inclusive environment for learning, experimenting, and enjoying radio communications. We encourage, promote, and support diversity within the wider radio community. We share our experiences and knowledge, celebrate Pride on the air, and welcome all individuals. To learn more about the Pride Radio Group, join us, and gain access to our Discord chat room, visit prideradio.group. That is prideradio.group. Or check out Victor Kilo 3 Papa Romeo Golf or Kilo 3 Papa Romeo Golf on QRZ. Membership is free and all are welcome, regardless of who you are and who you love. Unless you harbor hatred towards us, of course. This net is being relayed on the Pride Radio Network and its affiliated systems, including All-Star, Echolink, IRLP, DMR, YSF Reflector, WiresX, M17, NXDN, P25, D-Star, Zello, Hamshack Hotline, and Hams over IP. It is also streamed live on Broadcastify, Icecast, and my YouTube channel, which you can find by searching for my call sign, Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar. For information on how to connect to this network or access our live streams, visit prideradionetwork.com. That is prideradionetwork.com. You can also track and follow this net by downloading NetLogger for Windows, Linux, or macOS from netlogger.org. Once again, that is netlogger.org. NetLogger allows you to log into the net, view call signs in real time, and actively participate. For Android and iPhone users, you may download On-Air NetScraper instead. That is On-Air NetScraper for all you Android and iPhone nerds out there. Now, before we start tonight's net, does anyone have news, announcements, or other items to share with the net and the Pride Radio Group? Alright, well, I do have a couple here for y'all. Here, coming up here within the next, few days, possibly a week or two, I will be switching servers for my part of the network. So, once the server changeover is completed, then, all of you who use the hotspot devices and repeaters connecting to our to the hotspot networks will have to update your host file in order to continue connecting to the network. I'll be sure to let everyone know on the Discord server when the change is complete. And the second announcement is that we're still having some persistent issues with the Pride Echolink conference. So, just in case if you are on that conference and if for some reason we're not hearing you when you try to check in, then switch on over to my Echolink node instead. KJ7OMO-Lima Kilo Juliet 7 Oscar Mike Oscar-Lima. We're still trying to figure out a way to fix that annoying issue, but you know how gremlins are. They're pretty resilient. They're pretty stubborn. Anyways, I'm going to reset and we'll start taking check-ins here in just a sec. Okay, now let's start taking check-ins. We'll first start with those who are mobile, short on time, and in and out. If you fall into any of these categories, please come forward with your call sign slowly twice and phonetically. Feel free to share your pronouns as well. This is Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar, and I'm looking for check-ins for mobile, short on time, and in and out stations. Okay, hearing nothing, let's take check-ins from anyone anywhere. If you'd like to join the Pride Radio Group night, please provide your call sign slowly twice and phonetically. You may also share your pronouns if you wish. And for those of you who are on Hamshack Hotline and hams over IP, use star 99 to transmit and pound or hash key to stop transmitting.
Victor Kilo 3, Juliet Echo Delta. Victor Kilo 3, Juliet Echo Delta, him.
Haven't heard him in a while. My, oh my, a voice I haven't heard in months. Victor Kilo 3, Juliet Echo Delta. We got you. Who else is out there wishing to check in? Alright, do we have any additional check-ins? Any additional check-ins? We're still taking check-ins, everyone. So if you'd like to join us on the Pride Radio Group Net, please come now with your call signs solely, twice, and phonetically, and we'll get you checked in.
This is Phoebe, KC3
Here we go.
VIU, Kilo Charlie 3, Victor India Uniform. She, her pronouns, please.
Here we go.
This is K8BB, K8BB Don.
Woo, okay, we got another one. Okay, we got two of you out there. Two additional check-ins. Two additional check-ins out there. We got Kilo Charlie 3 Victor India Uniform and Kilo 8 Bravo Bravo. Who else is out there? Alright, we're still looking for more check-ins, folks, so if you'd like to get in on the fun, please come now with your call signs solely, twice, and phonetically, and we'll throw you down on the list, and we'll include you in the conversation. Alrighty, one more time. I'm going to call for check-ins one more time. Then after that, y'all are going to have to wait until the next round of check-ins. Anybody else out there wishing to check in, please come now with your call signs slowly, twice, and phonetically, and we'll be sure to get you checked in.
Kilo Charlie 2, Whiskey Alpha November. Kilo Charlie 2, Whiskey Alpha November.
Alright, I could hear Kilo Charlie 2 Whiskey Alpha November. Very low audio, but I got you. Okay, one more time. Who else is out there?
VK5 TUX.
Okay, Victor Kilo 5 Tango Uniform X-Ray, we got you. Who else is out there?
Kilo Charlie 3, Yankee Quebec, India. Kilo Charlie 3, Yankee Quebec, India. This is Eric. Pronouns are they, them.
Wow, they're coming out of the woodwork. Okay, looks like we got more people coming out of the woodwork. So I'll just keep calling for check-ins until I hear silence. Kilo Charlie 3, Yankee Quebec, India. We got you. Who else is out there? Alright, well, looks like I squeezed out about as many as I can for this go round of check-ins. So for those of you who are not able to check in, via voice anyways, you could check in via NetLogger. You know, there's there's the AIM window on NetLogger that you could, check in via. And you can also check in via the YouTube live stream chat. If you're part of the Pride Radio Group Discord server, you can check in via the Skeds channel. If you use WinLink, you're welcome to send me a message on WinLink and via my call sign Kilo Juliet 7 Oscar Mike Oscar, and I can get you checked in that way as well. If you're on Mastodon, you're welcome to send me a ping on Mastodon, and I'll get you checked in as well. My Mastodon handle is at KJ7OMO at mastodon.radio. Again, at Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar at mastodon.radio. You can also email me your check-ins. My email address is KJ7OMO at gmail.com. Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar at gmail.com. If you happen to have me added to my private social media accounts, and there are a few of you that are on my very private social media accounts, then you're welcome to send me a private message through there, and I can get you checked in that way as well. If you're a scanner or shortwave listener, you haven't yet gotten your license, well, now's the time to stop fooling around and study for your licenses and get your, and get your license, because you're missing out if you don't. With that out of the way, first one up on the list, Victor Kilo 3, Juliet Echo Delta, Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar. Take it away.
Hey, g'day, Kimberly and everyone else. And I know it's been a long time since I've been on the net. That is typical for the first 3 months of the year. And I was out last week as well. So he wasn't able. He ended up working last week. Sort of delayed my return to the net a week late by a further week. But since we last spoke, I've rounded out the summer track season and other sport. I've been to the state Masters, National Masters in Hobart over Easter. A lot's definitely happened. I did all right. As those of you who saw on the Showcase channel a couple of weeks ago, picked up a few medals from Nationals. Did better than I expected, so I can't complain. Anyway, now back to normal. You will hear me on the net a bit more. And also got to look at getting the HF antenna up now. They've got time to think about it. This also is the first time I've actually checked in using shack equipment. I'm on the ID 5100 running D-Star into one of the hotspots here. So I'm coming through on D-Star and hearing everyone well. KJ7OMO, the group BK3JD.
VK3JED from KJ7OMO returning. Well, congratulations on winning some medals during your competitions there. That is really, really awesome. And it's good. And it's really awesome that you get to be back with us now that all the competitions are over with. And yes, I'm definitely looking forward to hearing your station on HF. Definitely. It'll be a little difficult for us to work each other, mainly because I'm on a very compromised antenna, and the max I could do is 10 watts with the current equipment that I have. But I have managed to, make contact with, I believe, Kitty on JT65. and both of us were throwing out 10 watts, Kitty being down under and me being over here in Arizona. So, yeah, it's still possible, it's just difficult. Anyways, so you're sounding pretty good on your 5100 coming in through D-Star. Alright, we're gonna send it over now to KC3VIU from KJ7OMO.
This is KC3VIU. Yeah, not really a whole lot happening so far this week. But except for the solar eclipse that I got to view pretty well. I just started posting some photos to the Discord server that I was able to take. I was not in the path of totality, but boy, I tell you, that thing came down to a pretty little bit good of a sliver. Unfortunately, most of the places in Pennsylvania where totality was to occur were likely to be in and out of clouds, or it would be hit and miss, really hit and miss. So we opted to stay where we are, which is probably about 5 hours travel to totality. So and we got some pretty good photos, so I'll kick it back to control and post some more photos. KC3VIU back to KJ7OMO.
KC3VIU KJ7OMO returning. Yeah, unfortunately, I missed the eclipse myself because I was sleeping through it, but it would have been a partial eclipse for me anyway. And I'm nowhere near the path of totality. But yeah, it kind of sucks that you weren't able to see the, totality either. But at least you were able to get some fantastic photos out of it. And you would have had a cooler eclipse than I would have. I think for me the sun would have been 67% blocked. Anyways, I'm hoping I could see the next eclipse coming up in 20 years, if I were to stay here in North America, that is. Or sooner if I find myself in the land down under. Alright. Kilo 8, Bravo, Bravo, Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar. We'll send it over to you.
Well, thanks so much, Kimberly, and good evening to everybody. It's evening here anyway, near Detroit. Nice to join. Apologies that I missed last week. Just got pulled out of the shack for a short time, and it was enough to miss the to-do. Anyway, so sunspot or solar eclipse issues. We north of Detroit here, we were approximately 97 to 99% totality, not 100. It was, I think we were 97 or 98% here. But nevertheless, I was not able to, I did not coordinate ahead of time to make a trip down to northern Ohio, where it is 100% totality, and lots and lots and lots of people from this area did. Had wonderful photos and videos to share. The best I could do is I gave myself the afternoon off, and I worked from home, and I sat on the front porch and I watched it get dark. And it was interesting. It was an eerie blue glow. Again, we were pretty close to, I think, 99% here, maybe just a little light share of it. And it was interesting to watch the neighbor, certain neighbors' porch lights would come on, and the cars driving down the end of the street, the road on the end of the street, all of a sudden all the car lights, headlights turned on because it was dark. So that was kind of interesting. But otherwise, it was a pretty uneventful, relaxing solar eclipse here. A couple of the Rainbow Amateur Radio Group guys got together in Rochester, New York, and my understanding was they had pretty good totality there. However, they did not have good weather. They had cloud covers, so one of the guys drove about an hour or so to get a good spot and I don't remember exactly what the results are. But also commented that if he had to, he's going to fly to Spain in 2026 because I guess southwest to Europe, Spain has a pretty good coverage. 100% totality, I guess they call it in 2026. So other than that, a busy weekend here in my business. I work a lot of weekends, and so today was very busy. Tomorrow will be busy, and it's looking like Monday and Tuesday are too. But so my half a day that I gave myself off on Monday for the eclipse was a good time to relax and just kind of chill as everybody else was busy handling or going into the totality that was so close by here. I won't keep it. I will turn it back. Kimberly, thanks for running the net. Good to hear everybody, and I'll listen here for at least the next round, and hopefully able to jump back in when it makes my way back. KJ7OMO in the group from K8BB.
K8BB from KJ7OMO returning. Sounding very good coming from the Ham Shack hotline. Well, hey, 98 to 99% is pretty dang good. It's about as close as you would ever get. But, anyways, well, yeah, I'm glad that you were able to, find some enjoyment. And yeah, it was pretty interesting to see everything go dark. I know the last eclipse I was able to see, everything dimmed quite a bit for me, but it was still very much daylight. Yeah, it was a partial eclipse for me, so, on the last one. And this one, again, partial, but again, I've never got to see it because, this girl here was sleeping. Anyways, we're going to toss it over now to KC2WAN from KJ7OMO.
Thanks, Tim. Hopefully my audio is a little bit better this time around. I switched headsets. I think this one's got a more sensitive microphone on it. This is Phil, KC2WAN, he, him pronouns, and hopefully I'll be making the net a little bit more frequently now, especially from now through June, because I'm going to be trying to get things ramped up with the CQ Pride event. If you're not on the Discord, you should hop on there soon if you're interested in participating or volunteering. And then in the next week or two, I'll probably have more information up about it on the website. I'll have another update, but there's some information up there now, including the official email address if you want to reach out and sign up for that there as well. Have been trying to get back on the air a little bit more. I sort of took a little break for a few months there for some family time, but I'm getting back out doing some Summits on the Air stuff. So I got a couple more activations under my belt last week and made it up to Mount Davis in Pennsylvania, where it was snowing last week, even though it was raining only about a quarter of a mile away. So that was a nice little hike in winter wonderland, but in early April. So I had a good time with that, and I think that's all I have to report for now. KC2WAN, back to you, KJ7OMO.
With very quiet audio. KC2WAN from KJ7OMO returning. Unfortunately, your audio levels are very low, so you'll need to go into your settings and crank your microphone audio up a little bit, because yeah, you were very, very quiet. I mean, I had to turn my volume all the way up, and you were still quiet. But I was able to copy you though. Okay, I was gonna comment on everything you said, but my mind just short-circuited. So I'm gonna toss it straight over to VK5 Tango Uniform X-Ray from KJ7 OMO.
KJ7 OMO in the group VK5 Tango Uniform X-Ray returning. Morning, afternoon, evening, all. And a special greeting there to you, Tony. Hope things are well. Hope you have travelled well, because you've been doing a bit of travelling of late as well there. So, yeah, I haven't been up to much, just chasing parks and peaks and summits and silos and you name it this week, starting today. Have a listen out for VK5 Foxtrot India Lima. That's VK5 FIL. They're going to be active from today till the 21st, and they will be activating OC261. That's OC261 for anyone that's chasing IOTA stuff. And they'll be working everything from 160 through to UHF, and that includes birds. So, and they'll be also activating WWFF stuff on Flinders Island. There's 3 WWFF or VKFF things there, conservation parks. So, yeah, that'll be good. Hang on, let me just drop the mic. Also, we're having a problem with free DMR today because I hear diddly squat out on 969, and I've had a look at my hotspot, and yeah, I'm connected to free DMR, but yeah, just hearing nothing. Well, I'm hearing traffic from other places, but just not 969. There, I maybe what's his face is up to filtering again, and we've been filtered there. So anyway, I digress. I'll put it back to you there, Kimberly. I'm coming in through All Star Link at the moment. There, kindly done there by Tony, the 27154. So anyway, I'll put it back to you, Kimberly. KJ7 OMO in the group VK5 Tango Uniform X-Ray.
Alrighty, thanks for letting us know. VK5TUXKJ7OMO returning. Okie dokie. We're gonna go ahead and toss it over now to KC3YQI Yankee Quebec India from Kilo Juliet 7 Oscar Mike Oscar. Uh-oh, I'm hearing an intermittent random key coming from the network. I think one of the vocoders on Tony's side have died again. KC3YQI KJ7 OMO, are you still out there? Okay, Nothing from that station, so we'll check back with them again here in just a sec. Okay, folks, we're at the bottom of the list, so let's see if there's any additional check-ins out there. If you'd like to check into the Pride Radio Group Net, please come now with your call signs slowly, twice, and phonetically, and you're welcome to share your pronouns too if you like. This is Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar, and we're looking for more check-ins at this time. Alrighty, folks, we're gonna take a short break here for just a couple moments because the Australian reflector is gonna be rebooted.
Appreciating.
Okay, I believe the reboot has been completed on the Australian side of the network. Um, gotta love it when gremlins decide to creep up on you when when the net is in progress. All right. Looks like our free DMR issue is still down. Interesting. Alright, well, Tony will get that, squared away here soon. Alright, do we have any additional check-ins for the Pride Radio, group net? Please come now with your call signs slowly, twice, and phonetically, and we'll get you checked in. This is Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar, your net control station, looking for more check-ins. Copy that, Phil. Okay, hearing nothing, we'll turn it back over to VK3JED from KJ7OMO.
Okay, Kimberly. Yeah, still trying to find out what's going on with free DMR. So, yeah, see exactly where the issue is. It's definitely not working at the moment. It's not my endpoint because I'm getting traffic from other networks just coming through now, which won't be blocking free DMR, by the way. Or at least not the Pride on free DMR, so there's definitely something amiss. Unfortunately, I'm not able to check Fusion because my hotspot seems to have died some time ago for that mode. I'd have to reconfigure another system to attempt to monitor Fusion. So still working on that. And slowed down sort of doing a lot of training, winter, longer, slower stuff for winter, getting out on the bike a bit, in the pool, swimming, working at a pool, you sort of tends to get into swimming and even looking at a short triathlon in about 6 months' time. Always something to do. And, it's good to get back in and chat on the radio as well. Had a big time on Friday and talked to a few locals on 2 metres and also through Reflector 23 Charlie on D-Star, which is where this radio is normally parked on. But I reconfigured the hotspot, or temporarily switch a hotspot to the Pride network so I could use the shack radio. All good on the eclipse. Obviously I didn't see that one, but I have had an eclipse when I was 8 in 1976. Happened. So I have seen it, and yes, it is a very unique and spectacular phenomenon. So if you ever get the chance to see one, do it. As in a total solar eclipse. And all the HF stuff, can't do that. I could potentially do the bird, so my satellite antenna is, I think, up and running. I just got to double check for the FM birds anyway. KJ7RMO, the group VK3JD.
VK3JED from KJ7OMO returning. Very interesting phenomenon just happened on the network. So for more than half of your transmission, your call sign was showing up as Jared's call sign, VK2WAY, before it eventually switched over to your call sign. So very weird. I wonder if, just out of curiosity, I wonder if Jared was actually trying to check in, but you stomped on him. VK2WAY, did you try to check in, KJ7OMO? No, I don't hear Jared out there. It's probably a fluke with the network. Alright, we're gonna toss it over now to KC3VIU from KJ7OMO. Okay, we have a Facebook check-in from Victor Kilo 2 Whiskey Alpha Yankee, who will be joining us here soon. Kilo Charlie 3 Victor India Uniform, Kilo Juliet 7 Oscar Mike Oscar. Are you out there, Phoebe? Alright, well, looks like Phoebe fell asleep on us, so we're gonna kick it over to Kilo 8 Bravo via the Ham Shack hotline from Kilo Juliet 7 Oscar Mike Oscar.
Thanks so much, Kimberly. I'm 99% paying attention and 1% chatting in the Discord. On my phone, which makes no sense because I have a computer right here on this desk that has the Discord app on it. Anyway, I don't know that I have much to add on this round. I've got 1 ear on the net, listening on the net here. I have it's my left ear, if that's important, and then my other ear, my right ear, is kind of listening on 160. There's A8OK de-expedition in Liberia, sort of a West Central Africa, which is a new one here for me for several bands for various reasons. And where I am in the Midwest, they've got a pretty good signal. So I've managed to pick them up on a number of bands and modes, CW and sideband, but not 160. So I am specifically listening for them the last 2 nights on 160. And conditions, let me clarify, propagation has been quite good, but we've had local storms. The local QRN has just been terrible. So I've not really been able to pick them out. Of course, today we have quiet atmospheric conditions, but apparently the propagation is pretty poor because I'm not hearing them. So I'm going to continue to listen there, and if I happen to disappear, maybe I've got my headphones on. I'm trying to add that one in the log on 160, but I will make a comment, just kind of an observational comment at the beginning of the net. Kimberly, you had kind of a preamble about all of the various different ways that one could check into the net or listen to the net or be a participant. Ham Shack Hotline and half a dozen or maybe even a dozen different avenues, social media and different electronic links and stuff. And I think that's just fascinating. As a relatively young person myself, but also a relatively older ham, I find, and having taken about 10 years off, I was kind of off the air from kind of around 2008 to around 2020, give or take a little. When I got back on the air around 2021 and kind of got reactivated and re-involved, the various internet protocols and connectivity between RF and IP, for lack of a better word. I think about transmitters and receivers, and I think, AM, FM, single sideband, CW, and click IP. So this is sort of my perspective for this. It's just kind of fascinating. I know that there's some members of the RARA, the Rainbow Amateur Radio Group, that get on HF on a regular basis, and there's other stuff like that. But this connectivity is kind of fascinating to me. Again, being kind of a relatively younger person, but also a relatively older ham. I got licensed when I was very, very young, so I'm disproportionately, my time of having been licensed is disproportionately high compared to my age. But nevertheless, so thanks again for running the net. I will continue to listen for the next round and stand by and type some stuff in Discord if I can do that.
Node 2105. Time out.
Baker.
Kilo 8 Bravo from Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar returning right down there on the wire. Woo! You timed out just when you were clearing with your call sign. But yeah, it is pretty awesome that we have a million different ways we can get in. I did check into some of the RARA nets in the past, a few Echolinks and a few HF nets. But due to my sleep schedule and my forgetfulness, I very often miss the RARA nets. And I did try to convince at least some RARA folks to join us on our current net, but I don't know. The majority of them, they seem to want to, do their own thing. So, I don't know. I also invited them to use our network, but, yeah, they don't seem to be interested either. So, I don't know. I guess they just want to do their own thing. All right. We're going to switch it over now to KC2WAN from KJ7OMO. Hopefully the audio issues are better.
Thanks, Kimberly. I just want to check now, is my audio level better than it was earlier?
Yeah, I could definitely hear you.
Thanks for that. Yeah, it turns out that the way that I have my settings, Echolink doesn't care that there's a microphone in my headset. It wants me to talk directly into the phone, which was across the room, which is probably why I sounded a little faint. But yeah, for anybody who didn't hear me the first time around, the cliff notes from my last transmission was just that the CQ Pride event is starting to ramp up, and I'm trying to get that rolling. It's going to be a little bit of a different event this year. It's going to be a little bit more like 13 Colonies or Meme Appreciation, where there's a few special event call signs for people to try to make contact with. If anybody's interested in volunteering for that, there's an email address posted on the CQ Pride website, and there's a contact form that I'm just getting started playing around with. It's in the CQ Pride channel on the Discord. So if you're a member of the Discord, definitely check out that channel, and I'm going to try and get more information up about that in the next couple of weeks. Thanks.
Okay, KC2WAN from KJ7OMO returning. Okie dokie. What was I gonna say? Darn. Well, there goes my brain again. Sorry about that. VK5TUX KJ7OMO. We'll toss it over to you. Victor Kilo 5 Tango Uniform X-Ray from Kilo Juliet 7 Oscar Mike Oscar.
KJ7 RMI in the group, VK5 Tango Uniform X-Ray returning. Yeah, sorry, I'm trying to work parks and what have you at the same time, so conditions here on 40 metres is... hang on. The conditions here on 40 metres is not great here, so it's very, very hard working there, so hang on a sec. Sorry, I don't have enough hands to actually do everything here with. The Americans that went through the total eclipse there, I viewed it via Jeff Gearing there. He done a nice video about it. And, I hope that someone there in America actually tried to apply for 2 days' work because, technically you went into night, so you had 2 days there. Hi. I don't have much to add this over because I haven't heard everything that's been going on there. Besides, it looks like Tony's having a lot of issues there, and I'm getting a constant beep come through this end on All-Star there because of the constant key up. Anyway, I'll put it back to you there, Kimberly, KJ7 RMI in the group, VK5 Tango Uniform X-Ray.
Victor Kilo 5 Tango Uniform X-ray from Kilo Juliet 7 Oscar Mike Oscar KJ 7 OMO returning. Yeah, I'm also hearing the constant Kieps too, so you're not the only one. Not sure where that's coming from. I know last we had that issue, it was a vocoder on Tony's system that broke down, so maybe the vocoder is breaking down again. I'm not sure. Anyways, Kilo Charlie 3, Yankee Quebec India, Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar returning. Are you with us?
Yes, I'm here. I was on the repeater trying to get through via Wires X, but everyone sounded like they were underwater, so I switched over to Echolink. I don't think you heard me when I gave my comment last round. Was that true?
Huh, that's weird. Yeah, I'll have to investigate the issue on Fusion. Yeah, I'll definitely look into it here once the net is over. But yeah, I hear you at the moment. Back over to you.
So I'll give my update that I tried to give earlier. Last Saturday I got on 10 meters for the first time. That was fun. I made a contact in LA, which really surprised me. I didn't know I can get all the way across the country. So the contact was in the Maritime Museum. I guess they have a station there. I was really surprised that I could get all the way across the country. I tried my first POTO activation on last Sunday, but I didn't get any contacts. I barely knew what I was doing, so maybe that was why. What else was going on? I built a 10-meter dipole for the house, but the noise floor is a little too high, I think, with the air conditioning and everything going. So I can really only do FT8 from the house and my base station over 10 meters. What else am I doing? This Saturday I'm going to be taking my general, so maybe I can get on more bands now if I pass. I think I'll pass, but I think that's all that's been going on in my life the past week and a half or so. So I'll send it back to you, KJ7OMO. This is KC3YQI.
KC3YQI from KJ7OMO returning. Well, I wish you the best of luck with your general exam, and I do hope you get your upgrade so you could get more of HF privileges, Okay, next station on our list who checked in via Facebook, Victor Kilo 2, Whiskey Alpha Yankee, Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar.
Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar, VK2WAY for a radio check.
I copy you, Jared. Go ahead.
Awesome. VK2WAY returning, and g'day everyone. Good to be here. It's a rare Sunday with the afternoon off, so I saw the time and I thought I would pop on by and had some problems there with DMR. Doesn't look like there's anything going out to the free DMR network at the moment. I thought it was my hotspot at first, so I did the usual restarting things and looking at them. Actually, first I had to make sure I had batteries and radios because the one on the coffee table was flat. And then jumped across a few Echolink onto yours, Kimberly, and didn't have much luck there, but then realized it was my port forwarding still going to an old All-Star node here at QTH. So I fixed that one, and finally I got to hear you all on Echolink instead of on my terrible FM reception indoors here. I'll save a proper update for next round, but good to hear you all. I heard Tony in there somewhere, and I've heard you, Kimberly. Sure there's more about, and I'll pick them up on the next round. But all for me for the moment. VK2WAY back to net control.
Okay, VK2WAY KJ7OMO returning. All right, well, good to hear from you again. And And yeah, we'll try and get the problems here sorted with the network. I know that I know on Tony's end there's some issues going on, and then on my end there's apparently an issue going on with the link to Fusion. So yeah, we got a lot of problems to fix. Alright, folks, we're going to take a quick break here because I hear knocking on my door. This is Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar. I'll be right back in just a moment. Alrighty, sorry about that, folks. My mother was here, and, coming to find out, both my parents tried to call me, but I dodged their calls, so Mom came over here. And anyways, all is good. We will now resume the net. This is Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar, and we're at the bottom of the list, so do we have any additional check-ins out there? Anybody out there wishing to check into the Pride Radio Group net? Please come now with your call signs slowly, twice, and phonetically, and we'll get you checked in. Do we have any check-ins out there? Any check-ins? If you'd like to check into the net, please come now with your call signs slowly, twice, and phonetically, and your pronouns too if you like, and we'll get you checked into the Pride Radio Group net. Alright, hearing nothing, we're going to kick it back up to Victor Kilo 3, Juliet Echo Delta from Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar.
Yeah, see I'm getting through. Yeah, seems to be getting out. Just been a bit of weirdness on receive. I've had to resort to using All-Star as a backup receive, not consistently getting things through. Yeah, had some real network slowdowns before. Could barely maintain secure shelling to the server. Yeah, the DMR issue seems to affect DMR and YSF. I don't have enough free resources to confirm that they can communicate with each other, but in theory they should be able to. Yeah, I'll have to start looking at logs. I've just got to work out where I've forgotten which container the link between YSF and the rest of the network is, because that's where the issue appears to be. Yeah, we've got it looks like an issue between the YSF reflector, that's the hub of that codec, and the rest of the network, so presumably NXDN would be offline as well. Although I don't have an NXDN radio to check that, and haven't fired up Droidstar yet. Sort of had intermittent reception with the comings and goings of audio, and having to turn All-Star on and off, and trying to troubleshoot this DMR YSF issue, sort of taking a bit of attention. KJ7 RMO with the group VK3JD.
VK3JED from KJ7OMO returning. Yeah, copy that. So it looks like the Australian YSF DMR room is not working properly, and also my YSF room is not working properly either, but for a different reason. My YSF room is experiencing severely degraded audio quality. I checked it, and I confirmed that there is a massive audio quality degradation on it, so I'm not sure what's causing it, but I am likely, I'm likely gonna start the new server fresh, because I was originally going to just make an exact copy of the image from one server to another, since they're both, on the same provider. I'm just moving servers so I could shut down the more expensive server and just move the network over to my grandfathered server, which is a little cheaper but has the exact same specs as the more expensive server. So that's what I'm trying to do. But now that there's some issues going on with my server, I decided that I'm just going to start fresh, and hopefully that'll clear out the issues that I'm experiencing on my end. Alrighty, we're gonna see if Phoebe is back with us. KC3VIU, KJ7OMO.
This is KC3BIU. Yeah, I guess I dozed off there for a little bit. And thanks for holding my place. Good grief. Not much to say, because I more or less just came back online. So I'm going to go ahead and pass it on and send it back to net control. So this is KC3VAU back to KJ7OMO.
KC3VAU, KJ7OMO returning. You're back. I was almost ready to check you out. Alright. Kilo 8, Bravo, Bravo, Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar, Mike, Oscar. We'll kick it back to you.
Just a quick check. I hit something on my keypad and disconnected. Am I in? Over?
Yep, we're hearing you loud and clear. Over, back to you.
Okay, thanks much. Not much to add. I was going to... I had one or two items I was going to comment on, and I'm afraid I didn't write them down, and my attention span means that they left my head. So I won't add much. I will add one item as far as the POTA Parks on the Air. I've enjoyed something similar. There's a group of local hams here in this area, some older mentors of mine and others, who do something called a lark in the park. It's a very informal, just sort of if the weather is nice, they try to get together in a local park. It's not a state park, so it's not something that counts for POTA, but it's just a local park, a regional park, and picnic tables and lakes and walking paths and all that. So a group of guys get together and they'll bring portable QRP HF rigs and set up antennas and trees and portable antennas and stuff like that. And you just get on the air and see who they can contact. Nothing official. And they're very enjoyable. Lots of guys will bring antennas to experiment with, or they'll bring their new rig or their new key or the new, whatever it is they're working on, the new project, and lots of fun. So I got an email earlier today that tomorrow is one of those days. The weather is beautiful. They tend to do Sundays and Wednesdays. Lots of retired guys, so the Sundays trying to get us people who are not retired in, and then the Wednesdays are for the retired guys because they get together midday and have a good time. So I may try to make it tomorrow if I can. I'll grab my Elecraft K2 radio and portable antenna and try to make it. But I've got a client meeting in the morning, and I don't know how long that's going to last. So we'll see. Anyway, that's about it. Not much else to add. Good to hear everybody, and I'll listen around, and hopefully I'll try to be able to stay in if there's another round. Back to you, Net Control, KJ7OMO from K8BB. Over.
Okay, Kilo 8 Bravo Bravo from Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar returning. Okie dokie, shoot. I lost my train of thought. KC2 WAN KJ7 OMO. We'll toss it back over to you.
Sounds like there's been a lot of that going around tonight. Thanks, Kimberly. I think it was Eric who said that they were about to take their general exam, and I just want to say good luck with that. I'm sure you'll do fine, and I recommend the flashcards on Ham Study where you go through all of the questions and answers sequentially. I think that the practice tests are a little bit less complete and accurate of a picture, but congrats on getting a 10-meter antenna up at your home while you're still a tech. That's pretty cool. And I was just looking at, I believe it's, Dale's Summit's stats, and that's awesome that you're a very diligent hunter of Summits on the Air. I probably won't ever work me over here on the other side of the globe, but I appreciate the effort anyhow. I have a tendency to spot myself on Parks on the Air first, even if I'm on Summits, just because I get so much more attention that way. But it's always cool to see people hunting for Summits on the Air. And I guess that's it for me for now. KC2WAM, back to you, Kimberly.
Okie dokie, KC2WAN KJ7OMO returning. We're going to toss it straight over to VK5TUX KJ7OMO. Go ahead and take it, Dale. By the way, the YSF and FreeDMR on the Australian side should be working. However, my YSF reflector is still not working very well. Just wanted to put that out there for everybody. Alright, VK5TUX KJ7OMO. We'll toss it over to you.
KJ7OMO in the group. VK5 Tango Uniform X-Ray. Yeah, no problems there, Kimberly. Yeah, I heard it all come alive. Scared the living crappers out of me because I had one handheld on YSF, one handheld on free DMR, and yeah, everything came alive at the same time. And yeah, I was actually trying to work a park station there. 40 metres is really, really, really bad. 10 watts is not getting me very far at all, not getting me very far. So, yeah. But yeah, hopefully the guys they're activating Flinders Island will be up on the air soon. I think they got the boat this morning. So yeah, there's half a dozen of them going over there working that one. So it'll be good to make contact with them. So I know they'll be running all modes, basically FTA, FT4, SSB, CW. Probably, Grant's going over, so yeah, there'll probably be a little bit of Reddy and PSK 31 action and stuff like that. So yeah, it's going to be very hectic for them. They're going to be very, very, very busy. So yeah, not sure if Jared's come in yet. If you have there, Jared, very good afternoon to you, and yeah, I hope you've been keeping well. You're a very rare DX at the moment. So, all right, Kimberly, I'll throw it back to you. KJ7IMO in the group, VK5 Tango Uniform X-Ray.
All right, VK5 TUX from KJ7 OMO returning. All right, well, glad that things are working for you again on over there. Good to know that we can confirm that the Australian reflectors are working normally again. Okay, VK2WAY KJ7 OMO, go ahead and take it.
Kilo Juliet 7 off the Mike Oscar and the group, VK2WAY returning, and yeah, on our radio on my handy this time for DMR again, so hopefully it's all still working. Hopefully I didn't hit the ground all firmware bug on the hotspot, and I am getting in, but I'll find out after I finish talking. Hey, let's see, what have I been up to? It's been a pretty busy week, actually. I've had a fair bit on. Been helping a friend who's got a small startup and been in business for a few years, and her CTO has kind of gone AWOL or rage quit or some combination of the two, and been busy trying to re-establish her access and control of all of the essential services and integrations her platform uses. It's a cloud-based platform, so her business is software dependent and bespoke software dependent, so there's been a fair bit to go through. Stacks Golang and React, which is nice change. I haven't done much Go for a while, but you know, quite a fan of the Golang. What else has been happening? Last night was the Sydney Derby, Sydney FC versus Western Sydney Wanderers. Always a big one of the biggest rivalries in Aussie sport. Usually we have a very terribly behaved crowd with flares and the works. Last night they were really well behaved. Even better than that, Sydney FC came off with the win 2-1 in the 89th minute of play. So, you know, nail-biting, exciting game for a pretty big crowd, and yeah, show calling, directing that one, always a fun one. I had pyro on cue for the first time in any of my show calls. Most of the shows I get to call aren't quite big enough to need or pay for pyro, but last night we had pyro, so I got to say go pyro a couple of times and watch the flames come out around the stadium. That's always a cool little ego trip, right? Yeah, other than that, yeah, I think I'll save more for the next one. Back to you, Kimberly, KJ7OMO, VK2WAY.
VK2WAY from KJ7 OMO returning. Yeah, that sounds like a busy and hectic work week as usual with all the stadiums that you're working at behind the scenes with all the engineering stuff, audio and video and I'm guessing you might also be working with the lighting as well. I'm not sure, but I know for sure you've been working on the audio and video engineering in the at those stadiums, behind the scenes, and I could definitely see how hectic it can get. Anyway, so we're glad that you're able to at least make it to the net. All right, speaking of net, we're at the bottom of the list. So, yeah, who else is out there wishing to check into the Pride Radio Group net? All I need are your call signs solely, twice, and phonetically, and we'll get you checked in. This is Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar, she, her, and I'm looking for additional check-ins to the net. Please come now with your call signs solely, twice, and phonetically, and your pronouns too if you like. Alright, do we have any additional check-ins? Please come now with your call signs slowly, twice, and phonetically, and we'll get you added to the list. Okay, hearing nothing, we'll toss it back up to VK3JED from KJ7OMO.
Yeah, okay, Kimberly, and just to give the system a further test, I'm coming on YSF, and I heard Jared loud and clear, sounding good from free VMR to YSF, where there's no transcoding on the path between us. It's just a simple protocol conversion, only transcoding only for the modes that don't use this codec. So you should be getting the fairly clear there, Jared, on free DMR. Same for Dale, since he's got free DMR up. So looks like we've got the gremlins out here. I just posted a selfie to the Skids group. I think that's the first time that one has been taken of the shack in here. Still very much a work in progress, but there's a couple of radios in there, including the 5100. You can just see that actually not quite, it's hidden a bit, it's just behind my left shoulder. The body of the 5100, the head's on the right hand side of the picture. Yeah, as I said, good to be back on. Should be a bit more frequent for a while, although I might start getting late as the Sunday morning training goes a bit late, starts a bit later as the weather gets colder. But and there's all the reactions coming in. So I can see all of that. Have to see what's going on at your end. You sort of got it, can be difficult to trace. Mine was confused by by a mixed naming convention. I'll fix that. I know which group to go to when the same problem happens again. And also when I'm resetting the reflector and stuff like that, I can do it all quite cleanly now. Anyway, good to hear you too, Jared. And televised sport, I don't follow it much now. I might see the AFL Grand Final, about it. I haven't even caught up with the Open Australian Championships that are on in Adelaide at the moment, even though that is a sport. more relevant to me. I haven't caught up with that. Hang on.
Oh, those reactions are coming in on Discord. Oh my god.
Yeah, you got the crocodile. So, yeah, all good. Where was I? Yeah, so, AFL and NRL haven't had a look in here. I always tell people I'm too busy doing sport to watch it, which is not too far from the truth. KJ7RMO with the group VK3JD.
VK3JED from KJ7OMO returning. Wow, I can see all sorts of reactions coming in on your selfie there. Yeah, you're sounding pretty good coming in through the Australian YSF reflector. And, yeah, nothing, no complaints there on the audio or anything. And, yeah, nice shack. Alright, yeah, as soon as the net's over with, I'll have to check my YSF reflector and find out what's going on, because it's also affecting Wires X too. I did a quick restart of the of some of the transcoders on my end that affect YSF, but that didn't change. The audio quality is still garbage on Fusion and Wires X, so I'm gonna have to do a little investigation and figure out what the heck is going on. Anyhow, KC3VIU KJ7OMO, go ahead and take it away.
This is KC3VIU, and away we go. Yeah, I really don't have much in the way of comments on any of the things that were discussed there, although I've been following the thread online. So I'm just going to go ahead and sign myself out for this evening. I'll definitely be listening. You know I always do. Well, that is when I'm conscious. Hi. So this is KC3VIU. I'll be clear on final here. Sending it back to KJ7OMO.
Alrighty, KC3VIU from KJ7OMO returning. Alright, well, 3373 and all the numbers to you, and we'll catch you next time. Thanks for hanging out with us, and we look forward to hearing you again. And it looks like KC2WAN is announcing that he is checking out as well. He announced it on the YouTube live stream. So 7-3 to you as well, Phil, and we'll catch you next time. All right, Kilo 8 Bravo from Kilo Juliet 7 Oscar Mike Oscar. Go ahead and take it.
Very good. Thanks, Kimberly. Well, I'll probably make this my last one. I don't think I have much more to add. It's nice to hear everybody tonight, and sort of the multitasking of looking at the Discord and listening to the net and offering whatever thoughts are in my head at the moment. I will add one at the end here, one humorous little lighthearted item in the Discord. I've always seen the General 1, General 2 channels and so forth, and it was only tonight that if you click on those channels, there's a little subtext. One of them says, be human, comply with power limits. The other one says, be animal, comply with power limits, and introductions and so forth. And it was only tonight that I actually saw those little items, and so was able to make the delineation between what General 1 and General 2 channels were. So, I don't know. I found that humorous, I suppose. Anyway, good to hear everybody. I'll listen out. This will be my last. If it comes around again, I may be here, but I may be upstairs. And I will say 7-3 to all, and I will do my best to check in next week. And we have a rather large social event here at the house next Saturday in the afternoon, early evening. It will be well done and gone by the time the net rolls around, but we may still be cleaning up and off radar for a bit, so we'll see. I will give myself a 50% reliability for trying to listen and or check in. But if it happens, it happens. 7-3 to all, and take care. Back to net control. Kimberly, thanks again for taking care of it. KJ7OMO from K8BB. 7-3.
Okay, yeah, Kilo 8, Bravo Bravo from Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar returning. 7-3 to you as well, and thanks for hanging out with us, and we definitely look forward to hearing you again. And yeah, no worries there on the reliability. And I know KC2WAN wanted to sign out, but we're going to go ahead and give him a chance to do so officially on the air. KC2WAN KJ7OMO. Okay, looks like he's not going to take that opportunity, so we'll move on to VK5TUX KJ7OMO. Go ahead and take it.
And thank you from the kind words there from our sponsor. Sorry, my all-star lady was talking to me. So, yes, she's our sponsor of getting into here at the moment. I haven't given her a name yet. I don't know whether that voice has officially got a name. There's one repeater here that's got a female announcement on it's a 6-meter repeater, and yeah, she's got her own name. It's Rhonda, and apparently it is actually the person that did voice it over is actually named Rhonda. So bit of a chuckle there. There's actually a couple of repeaters that do a voice announcement here in Adelaide, which is quite amusing. I hope things have been well there with you, Jared. I did leave you a message on Discord, but obviously you're ignoring me. Hi. And Tony did get a lot of reactions there to his photo. They ended up the length of the photo there, so it's good to hear you on the net there, Tony and Jared, because you're both sort of rare DX there. So, and I'm coming in via All Star, and free DMR is still working. I can see my Nexion display showing up your call sign there, Tony. So, as I said to you there, hang on, let me rekey. Anything that's computer operated, computer generated, ham radio related will have my call sign of VK5ZSH, and all voice communications, being SSB, FM, DV, AM, etc., will be using the VK5TUX call sign. So if you hear VK5ZSH on FTA, etc., you know who that is. And anyway, very much multitasking here this morning between coffee, computer, radio, handheld, etc. there. I think it's all got to really add this over. So sounds like everyone's winding up anyway. So we'll see who's about next round. KJ7 OMO in the group. VK5 Tango Uniform X-Ray.
VK5 Tango Uniform X-Ray from KJ7 OMO returning. Well, the official voice of Asterisk, which is what All-Star is based off of, does have a name. Her name is Allison Smith, and she recorded all the voices for Asterisk, I don't know how many years ago, but it was years and years ago, around the time that Asterisk started. So, yeah, those voice recordings have been around for ages. At least what, a decade or two? I don't know how old Asterisk is. But, yeah, it's been around for a long time. Allison Smith is the name of the official voices. Okay, yeah, it looks like folks are starting to wind down, so we might be winding down here in a little bit. KC3YQI KJ7OMO, go ahead and take it.
Yeah, I think I'm the last one standing, I guess. So yeah, I don't really have much to add. The person that gave me advice about taking the general, I think they left, so I can't thank them now. But that's the only thing I would have said if they were here. Yeah, I guess this is the end for me anyway. So back to net, KC3YQI.
Alright, no problem. I think they might still be listening in, I'm not sure. Anyways, VK2WAY KJ7OMO, take it away, Jared.
Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar, and the group, Kilo 2, Whiskey Alpha Yankee returning. And yes, you are right, Alison Smith is the voice of Asterix. A lot of the default noises are, however, All-Star did add some to that for radio use. So not all of them are Alison. Alison, actually, there's an association there as well. Alison's actually a friend of Michaela's. And a mutual friend of mine and Michaela's is actually the friend of Allison's. So yeah, and he's been involved in the Asterix project for years. So that's how that association's come about. She was definitely at PBX Con 2015, signing autographs and being a free PBX / Asterix celebrity. But I don't think she was the voice from the beginning. I think it was about, from memory, 2013 that she became the voice of Asterix. So there's some more background info for you there. The other thing I was going to mention is, Tony, yes, it's not much broadcast. Most of my sports work is in venue. I much prefer the fan engagement side of it. And to elaborate on what Kimberly was saying, yes, it is. So when last night wasn't an engineering role, it was more of a production direction role. And so I'm queuing and triggering the people, or basically communicating all the instructions for the people who are operating to trigger the lights, the sound, the video on big screens, the LED strips around the stadium, which there's 3 tiers of, so the parapet around the top, the field of play, and then some extra bump-ins they bring in for that event. They can show different content, most of the time the same. We additionally had a moment of silence last night, which was added to show right before our gates opened, because the incident in Sydney only happened, it happened while we were in our pre-show production meeting, so I still had no details of the mass stabbing in Sydney yesterday when we did our moment of silence. I knew there were people dead, and I knew we were honouring them in a moment, but I hadn't actually absorbed any of the news yet, so that was kind of an interesting situation to be in. But speaking of the broadcast side of things, I did meet with another company this week who do a lot of X and C-band geostationary back-to-Earth TV transmission work and peer-to-peer linking between remote broadcasts and studios and things like that. So that could be some interesting work if it comes up with a bit more RF involved, which will always be fun. I did get to play with some cool RF kit during the week, DTC professional grade 7.4 gigahertz or 7.2 to 7.4 gigahertz video transmission gear. Yeah, a few problems with it. Had to do some investigation and find a nice gap to utilize in a very noisy RF stadium environment. So yeah, applying some of the radio skills at work as well. But yeah, most of the work is engineering. It's just in the FC. I do more of the production role for and run the show.
I think somebody bit the alligator or crocodile. VK2WAYKJ7OMO. Okay. Earth the Jared, VK2WAYKJ7OMO. Earth the Jared.
Kilo Juliet 7 Oscar Mike Oscar, VK2WAY returning. How much did you get? Back to you.
Oh, there you go. I wasn't fully paying attention, so I'm not sure, but you did bit the alligator. Or crocodile.
I think I came back and said a few quick things wrapped up and handed it back to you, so may as well do that again. Back to you, Kilo Juliet 7 Oscar Mike Oscar, VK2WAY.
Yeah, you got, crocodile emojis coming at you on Discord. All right, we're at the bottom of the list. So, do we have anybody else out there wishing to check into the Pride Radio Group net? All I need are your call signs slowly, twice, and phonetically, and you're welcome to share your pronouns if you like. This is KJ7OMO, and I'm looking for more check-ins at this time. All right. Do we have anybody else out there wishing to check in? Anybody else out there? Please come now with your call sign slowly, twice, and phonetically if you'd like to check into the net. Okie dokie. We'll toss it back to VK3JEDKJ7OMO.
Okay, Kimberly. And, yeah, I feel better. Yeah, right. And the local repeater comes up. Yeah, I've had a lot of issues with DMR and hotspots. The DMR getting a couple of words in, dropping out and doing weird stuff, but on the repeater it's rock solid. So yeah, MMDVM modem and a couple of radios, and it seems to be the best base station for DMR. You could try it on Simplex too that way. And yeah, well, broadcast, mass spectator sport. As I said, I don't get a chance. I haven't actually been to sport at that level since the 80s, I think. My last one was in those days of all. get a handle to that with. Check myself. Oh no. Hang on. Okay. Yeah, we'll try that. And that's been weird. So yeah, might not do about that. Yeah. So switch to don't know better. So let's go to something like also. That better. Yeah, looks like an internet issue's crept in. Not much I can do about that, other than use the phone and bypass it. So yeah, I'll have to check what's going on. Yeah, you downloading anything or uploading, torrenting? Yeah, got huge internet issues crept in. Yeah, anyway, we'll see that improves things. Apparently, it's, if anything's improved or if it's just not going to work for today. Yeah, I had that before. And I have to say, I had a bit of a chuckle over that photo upload. I haven't seen such an array of reactions before. I think that's probably set a record. Lots of fun and games there. Anyway, I guess we don't have a lot left to discuss. I will hang around. Yeah, I did fix the pride issue. I switched it to linking.
VK2 WAYKJ7 OMO returning. Okay, so you were very badly broken up. Then your transmission cleared up for a while, and right when you said linking, you started breaking up again, and now you're dead silent. So it looks like you've got some network issues going on. You did mention that you're having internet issues at the moment, so that's probably why you're breaking up so bad. Anyhow, we'll get back with you in just a moment, and we're going to toss it over to Victor Kilo 5 Tango Uniform X-Ray from Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar.
KJ7 OMO in the group. VK5 Tango Uniform X-Ray returning. Yeah, no problems there. Kimberly, yeah, my attention's sort of come over to the net here a little bit more because 40 metres just sucks at the moment. Everyone's working 40 metres. They're trying, but yeah, unfortunately, I've only got 80 metre to 10 metre end-fed half-wave crudely strung up across the place. So my 10 watts propagation just sucks. There we go. Yeah, that was a nice array of emojis there for that picture. Sorry there, Tony. Myself and Kimberly sort of got carried away there a little bit with adding them, and I think Kimberly had the same idea as me, see how many we could get across and, cover the bottom of the image. Hi. Thanks for that link there, Jared. Much appreciated. We will check that out. and stuff, because I'm wanting to actually have a move away from the WPSD firmware. I've only got one thing to move over, which is my DMR setup there. So I just haven't got around to actually pulling that down off the shelf and rewriting its SD card there and redoing it. But the latest, PyStar has some of the integrations there that are in the WPSD firmware, especially the ones that are doing the bit error there from within the browser, which is really good. Let me rekey. And thank you to Alison. She just had her little say. All right, yeah, thanks for that, Jared. Yeah, I see your messages coming in there on Discord. So, yeah, it looks like it's only the VKs left and you there, Kimberly. So, and I think Harper is listening in on the side there as well. So, greetings to you there, Harper. I hope you're going well as well. All right, I'll throw it back to you there, Kimberly. KJ7 IMO in the group. VK5 Tango Uniform X-Ray.
Yeah, VK5 Tango Uniform X-Ray from KJ7 OMO returning. Well, yeah, Tony is very popular, and so of course he's going to get a whole boatload of emojis popping up on his, selfies. Yeah, there was, several of us doing the emojis, but it was mostly you and I, Dale. But yeah. Yeah. Tony is definitely the popular one. Alright, I was gonna say something else, but I totally forgot because I was distracted. Anyways, KC3YQI KJ7 OMO, you're up next.
Yeah, I'm watching all the PyStar conversation happening in Discord. It's way above my understanding of things. I don't know what the difference between wires X and a fusion reflector and that stuff. I'll have to dig into it someday, but I think it's beyond my skill level at this point. I'm sure I'll build a what's it called, a gateway at some point for that kind of stuff, but not today. But it's fun to watch everyone else talk about them. Back to that KC3YQI.
KC3YQI from KJ7OMO returning. Well, I'll give you a brief rundown of the differences. Okay, so Wires X is Yaesu's proprietary network, while YSF Reflector is the open source reflector network that hotspots run on. Now, the hotspots do use the Wires X protocol, but it's only the protocol that it uses. Because, the radios do need to control the hotspots somehow, so they do use the protocol. But it's not official Wires X. So I basically use a hotspot that's set on the same frequency as the Wires X node, and the Wires X node's going to a dummy load. So that's how I bridge the official Wires X in onto the rest of the network. So yeah, that's basically a brief rundown there. VK2WAY KJ7OMO, you're up next.
Yeah, Killer Juliet 7 Oscar Mike Oscar and the group, VK2WAY returning. And yeah, I dropped a link to the receiver that I was talking about in my last over that I got to play with this week. That was a lot of fun. And yeah, I'll find the link to the transmitter as well, which is a little tiny back camera unit. So yeah, we've gone for one of the big issues we'd had in shows in one particular venue for ages is everything works fine for all the rehearsals and everything. And then by the time showtime comes around, everyone's come up everywhere with all of their RF mics and devices and everything else, and it's RF soup in a stadium. So yeah, to cut through that, we've moved to allocated frequency licensed, and yeah, seeing about the I can't remember exactly which one we're licensed on, but it's about 7.2 gigahertz. So yeah, we're trialing that at the moment, and yeah, we had our first event with it on Friday night, and yeah, I helped get it all up and running and fix a problem with it, and dig deep into how it all worked. I think I mentioned on the Discord, the first thing that surprised me was we were running the RF over 75 ohm SDI cable, and I was like, yeah, let's not do that. And then reading the manual for the down converters, it seems that's what they actually designed to do. So yeah, 7.2 gigahertz on the antenna side, 50 ohm impedance there, of course, and then on the other side of the down converter, it's 6.6 gigahertz. Into the receiver down SDI lines, which were pre-cabled already in our venue. Part of the reason we chose that kit. So yeah, that was my interesting RF of the week. All right. On that note, back to you, Kimberly, KJ7LMO, VK2WAY.
VK2WAY KJ7OMO returning. Some fascinating stuff there. I didn't think they would somehow design a transmitter receiver thing that runs off of 75 ohm cables. Interesting. Transmitters, these transmitting things usually use 50 ohm. It's very strange. Anyways, we're at the bottom of the list, so who else is out there wishing to check into the Pride Radio Group Net? Please come now with your call signs slowly, twice, and phonetically, and you're welcome to share your pronouns if you like. This is Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar, and I'm looking for additional check-ins to the net. Okay, do we have anybody else out there? Anybody else out there wishing to check in? Please come now with your call signs slowly, twice, and phonetically. Alright, we're tossing it back to VK3. VK3 JED KJ7 OMO, back to you.
Okay, got it again, and hopefully everything's working. Conditions this end do seem to have improved a bit. Yeah, I can hear something coming back on YSF, so that's a good sign. So you've certainly got fun toys at work to play with, Jared. Yeah, only toys I get to play with are various rescue devices and a spinal board, which I actually had to do on Monday because I had to do my annual update course to keep my qualifications. That was due sometime this month, and yeah, I went down to Melbourne for that on Monday. So yeah, all good for another year, and yeah, I've also picked up work at the second venue, so yeah, got two jobs now. Because initially, we might have been shutting down for the winter. We still don't know. The second venue's indoors, so it definitely runs all year round. So at the moment I have that nice problem to have, 2 jobs. And I'll probably be able, even though I've got to divide my time between them, it'll probably be practical to get a couple of more hours in a week due to variations of shifts and other factors of convenience. So with a bit of luck, I can slightly increase the total hours for little effort and a little lost free time, and be a little bit ahead, have more to play radios with and travel and do all those other good things. But anyway, and we'll see how this over is. Hopefully local conditions have improved, because there was at one stage even text mode on secure shell became a struggle. Anyway, all in good fun. There's not many left. We'll see what it's like on the next round, but I'm winding down, and we'll sort of look at chilling out and doing something else, because I'll be off for a fairly early night tonight, so not much evening time. With a 5:30, you end up being near a 5 o'clock start tomorrow morning in the frost. Or not. KJ7 RMO with the group, VK3JD.
Okie dokie, VK3JED, KJ7 OMO returning. Yeah, I can sense that folks are starting to wind down. And I know I'll be doing that here fairly shortly. Alright, VK5TUX, KJ7 OMO, go ahead and take it.
KJ7RMO, VK5, Tango Uniform X-Ray, returning. Yeah. Actually, this is only my second charge on this battery. I've accidentally bought a lithium-ion battery for my FT60 handheld from a local supplier here in Australia. Someone's just activated a park, or there was a spot that came through. Gotta love parks and peaks. It's very noisy. Sometimes it gives me a heart attack when that comes through, because I'm just not expecting it. But yeah, it's good to know that there's people out there activating parks and stuff like that. One day I'll get out and do that myself there. But at the moment, happy to be a hunter. Yeah, not much has been happening here. I've just been playing radio, tinkering around with Home Assistant, and ESP Home as well, which has been fun, and got bits and pieces here to build my soft start there. So I've got to relay some resistors and capacitors, etc. To be able to do that. So basically what the go is, the capacitor gets slowly charged up. There's resistors equate to about 33 ohm there across the relay. So what happens is when you first power on the radio, the power goes through the roughly 33 ohms there, and once the capacitor gets up charge, it clicks over the relay, which then allows full current to go through. So yeah, I'll be tinkering around with that a bit later. The values of the resistors and capacitors are all up in the air at the moment, so I've got to just a matter of just playing around and getting it right for my situation here, than actual following any real circuit there. So anyway, okay, I got the gong at my end there because I heard the radio did it. So hopefully I'm still holding it there. Anyway, I was about to throw it back to you there anyway, Kimberly. KJ7IMO in the group, VK5 Tango Uniform X-Ray.
VK5 at TUX KJ7 OMO returning. Alright, no worries. Yeah, I did hear your radio beep when you bit the crocodile or alligator. But the only emoji Discord has is a crocodile emoji, so I guess we'll call it biting the crocodile. Alright, KC3YQI KJ7OMO. Go ahead and take it.
Yeah, it does feel appropriate that the Australians get bit by crocodiles. Maybe that's a bad stereotype. I don't know. Yeah, USB at home is pretty cool. I use that to monitor the current on my washer and dryer and send alerts when they finish, and so you can do a lot of things with ESP at home. It's really cool. So the YSF reflector, is that an open source version of WiresX where it talks like to different nodes and creates its own open source version of WiresX? Is that how it works? Okay. Yeah, that's all I got, I guess. Back to that. KC3YQI.
Alright, KC3YQI KJ7OMO returning. Not exactly. I know the Raspberry Pi itself, well, with the Pi Star, and I believe that the open spots also have that built in, but it's the Raspberry Pi and the open spots are the ones that emulate the WiresX protocol, basically tricking the radio to thinking that it's connecting to a WiresX node, but in reality you're just remote controlling the hotspots. But yeah, it's the YSF reflectors that handle all the networking side for fusion radios. So yeah, I suppose in a way it kinda is an open source variant of WiresX, but not exactly. The way it operates is different. But yeah, it's kinda like that. Yeah, kind of. Alright, VK2WAY KJ7OMO, over to you.
Kilo Juliet 7 Oscar Mike Oscar Victor Kilo 2 Whiskey Alpha Yankee returning, and yeah, not much more to add at this point, but it has been great to catch up with you all. Yeah, hopefully I'm around. Actually, no, I'm not around next weekend, unfortunately, but probably the weekend after I might catch you all again. So yeah, it's been a pleasure as usual, and yeah, I'm going to throw it back to you, Kilo Juliet 7 Oscar Mike Oscar. This is VK2WAY.
Okay, it's VK2WAY KJ7OMO returning. Alright, well, it's good hearing from you out there. And as always, I believe you were, I think you indicated that you were checking out. Just to confirm, are you checking out?
I'll stay around till the end. You may as well keep calling me in. If I've got something to add, I will, but I just, didn't have too much to add this round. I did drop a link to the down converters that we were using that do the Magic 75 ohm interface side, IF side. But yeah, that's in the Discord next to the device that I was talking about that I was playing with. I didn't get to play with the transmitter too much. Unfortunately, it was down on the field of play most of the night with our camera, but I was up in our data room and on the web interface with the receiver, monitoring it and trying to diagnose the problem for about an hour before our gates opened. But yeah, a lot of fun. I wasn't expecting to play with RF that day at work, but found myself with a radio. Funny that. KJ7 Olmo, back to you, VK2WAY.
Alrighty, no worries. This is KJ7 Olmo returning. We're at the bottom of the list, so who else is out there wishing to check in to the Pride Radio Group net? Please come now with your call signs slowly, twice, and phonetically, and you're welcome to share your pronouns too if you like. This is Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar, and I'm standing by for additional check-ins to the net. Alrighty, do we have anybody else out there? Anybody else out there wishing to check in? Please come now with your call signs slowly, twice, and phonetically, and we'll get you added to the list. Okay, hearing nothing, we'll toss it back to VK3JEDKJ7OMO.
Okay, we seem to have another key up from a VK6RO in there, I heard. The thing I like about the 5100 is transmissions that are too short to sort of quickly glance over at the display. It actually announces the call sign attached to it, which is quite a nice feature on this particular model. Always good to hear you on there, Jared. I've been a bit Rare DX as well of late, but now that the championship season is done for another year, I will be around a lot more. Should be on next week and the week after. So should be a couple of at least. May not be here on the 5th of May. I'm debating whether I'll go into Melbourne for an AGM. I'll look at the logistics. So I may be in Melbourne on that week, but certainly the two before I will be around. I don't have a huge amount, but I'll lurk for a bit, and if something comes, I'll join in. And I think you pretty much nailed it with YSS. It's a totally separate network to YSX. There's no crossover by design between the two, and the AC do try and make it hard to bridge the two, but various determined people like yourself have successfully bridged YSX rooms to YSF reflectors using more or less the same method. But unless there's a dedicated bridge, they are totally separate. But main difference, YSX is proprietary, YSF is open source, and anyone can download the source, compile it, install it. I've done it. I've got a number of reflectors up. Obviously, Kimberly's done it. Heaps of others have done it. KJ7OMO, the group VK3JD.
VK3JED KJ7OMO returning him. Yeah, roger that. As far as I know, the only way to be able to bridge wires X to YSF is, via RF linking. Since, there's no way possible that Yaesu could prevent RF linking from happening. Not without preventing others from talking on the network through RF. So, yeah. Well, it is what it is. Though, to be honest, they really should allow easier linking, but they don't. I don't know why. Because Fusion is a great mode. I just don't understand why they need to make it so closed down. Anyways, I'll toss it straight over to VK5TUX KJ7OMO.
KJ7 on the group VK5 TUX. Hopefully this is alright. Should have wound the power back a little bit, but we'll see how we go. Let me know if this sounds okay, because might be putting out a bit too much power for the All-Star node. Back to you, Kimberly, just to let me know what it sounds like.
Well, it's sounding alright to me. Back to you.
Okay, cool, thanks. Because I've moved from the handheld to the actual mobile radio setup here, because I can use a loudspeaker. I keep forgetting that. I can run All-Star off of this, because it does have the DTMF mic and what have you. So, and there goes the Kookaburra again. Who's activating what at the moment? CW, Morwell National Park. There, who is it? VK3PF. So anyone that's proficient in CW, 21.044 decimal 00 kilocycles. There we go. On 15 metres, and 15 metres seems to be the only really good band that's open at the moment. It's good for day and night. 10 metres is open, so. But yeah, both of those bands are not too crash hot at the moment here in VK either, so Anyway, it sounds like everyone's winding up. I'll wind up here myself. Cheers and 73 all. Thanks for putting it on there, Kimberly. And I'll stay listening to the end. VK5TUX going clear of KJ7IMO and the Pride Net. Da-de-da from Smithfield, Australia.
Alright, VK5TUX KJ7OMO returning. Alright, well, thank you for joining in, and 7-3 to you, and we look forward to hearing you again. KC3YQI KJ7OMO, back to you.
I don't have much to add, I think. I think I'm out of conversation for the night. I guess that's 73 for me. So back to net, KC3YQI.
Yeah, roger that. I think I'll be winding. Where is that coming from, I wonder? I'll be winding things down myself here shortly. All right, VK2WAYKJ7OMO, over to you.
Thanks once again, Kilo Juliet 7 Oscar Mike Oscar, the K2WAY returning, and yeah, I'll say my 73s as well, and wish everyone the best. It's been a pleasure, I think I said last time. Yeah, not much more to add. I'll catch you all on the Discord, I guess. Back to you, Net Control, VK2WAY.
Okie dokie, VK2WAY, KJ7, I'm returning. Alright, well, thank you for hanging out with us, and I'll say my 7-3s to you, and we'll catch you next time. Alrighty, folks, I think we're going to go ahead and shut things down, but before we do, we're going to call for one final round of check-ins. So this is the final round for check-ins. Do we have anybody else out there wishing to check in to the net? If not, we are going to begin shutting down. So please come now with your call signs solely, twice, and phonetically. You're welcome to share your pronouns too if you like. We'll get you checked in. This is Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar, standing by for additional check-ins to the net. Alrighty, folks, last chance for check-ins. Anybody, anywhere, if you'd like to check in, please come now with your call signs solely, twice, and phonetically, and we'll get you added to the list. Alrighty, VK3JED, looks like you're the last one standing there, KJ7OMO.
Hey, Kimberly. What can I say? But cheers, all good to be on the net. And as they say in cricket, I've effectively carried the bat through the innings from opening to the end. Yeah, don't think I'll be doing that much more because when training goes that little bit later, I'll be later in the order coming in, but probably able to see it through to the end unless I've got something else on. Anyway, 7-3 all. Let you go and debug your YFF issue at your end, and I'll listen around. I'll leave the hotspot on 432 Delta for a while before putting it back on 023 Charlie. KJ7 OMO with the group, VK3JD. Clear, but we'll be listening.
Okie dokie, VK3JED, KJ7OMO returning. Alright, well, thank you for hanging out with us, and yeah, it's good hearing you again, and we definitely look forward to hearing you on the net now that you're able to show up again. 7-3, and we'll catch you on the next one. Or anytime before, it don't matter. Alright, alright, folks, before we officially close it, do we have any final comments from previously checked-in stations? Alrighty, everyone. I think that's a wrap. Thank you all for participating and bringing fun to the airwaves. I would like to express gratitude to the Waverley Amateur Radio Society in Sydney for allowing us to connect our network to their repeaters so that Sydney can have coverage of our net. Special thanks to both VK3JED and VK2WAY for their contributions to the network, as well as the entire Pride Radio Group for making this net possible. I now release all frequencies, repeaters, and other systems back to the regular amateur use. Thank you once again, and 7-3 to everyone from Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar. This net is now closed with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 check-ins, including yours truly. Alright, folks, I'm out of here. Catch y'all later. KJ7OMO is now clear.
Cheers, 73 all. It was a good net.
Alrighty, folks. Okie dokie, YouTube. I'm going to go ahead and end this stream right here. Here in a little bit, I'm going to, begin another live stream on my gaming channel. And I'm going to be playing some video games. But yeah, I'll be, starting if things don't happen, then if crazy things don't happen between now then yeah, I'll go ahead and start up a video game with some friends. We'll be playing Grand Theft Auto 5 on the gaming channel, or if something takes my attention before then I'll definitely stream something else on the on my gaming channel. So if you'd like to watch me play video games, this is my gaming channel right here. Hold on, let me reduce the font here because it's not showing properly. That right there is my gaming channel if you'd like to check it out. And watch me play video games. Alrighty, folks, I'm going to go ahead and end it right here. Feel free to like, subscribe, and ring the bell on both of my channels, if you like, or this one, it doesn't matter. And we'll catch you on the next one. 7-3 to everyone from Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar. I am now getting out of here.